There is a quiet magic in the way wood speaks, through its knots, its grain, the subtle variations in color that tell the story of decades, sometimes centuries, of growth. But layered wood sculpture takes that language and expands it, turning simple sheets of timber into intricate, breathing forms that seem to defy their own construction. This is not merely carving. This is a dance between precision and intuition, between the rigid lines of geometry and the organic flow of nature. The journey of a layered wood sculpture begins long before the first cut is made. It starts in forests, in lumberyards, in the careful selection of material that will determine not just the final appearance, but the very soul of the piece. Different woods carry different energies. Oak, with its bold, pronounced grain, lends strength and weight to a sculpture. Maple, pale and fine-textured, offers a luminous quality, especially when backlit, as if the sculpture itself holds light within. Walnut, with its deep chocolate hues and occasional streaks of purple, brings drama, a richness that feels almost theatrical. And then there are the more exotic choices, ebony so dense it barely floats, or spalted maple, where dark fungal veins create intricate, web-like patterns, as if the wood has been tattooed by time itself. But selection is only the first step. The wood must be prepared, dried to the perfect moisture content. Too damp, and it will warp as it ages, pulling the sculpture out of alignment. Too dry and it becomes brittle, prone to splintering under the blade. Some artists work with reclaimed wood, salvaging beams from old barns or floorboards from demolished houses. This wood carries history, nail holes, saw marks, the faint scent of smoke or salt air, and these imperfections become part of the story the sculpture tells. Once the wood is ready, the design takes shape. Some artists sketch by hand, letting the grain of a particular plank inspire the form. Others use digital tools, creating precise templates that guide each layer with mathematical accuracy. The design must account for the way the layers will interact, how shadows will fall between them, how the eye will follow the contours from one slice to the next. A single sculpture might require 50 layers or 200, each one slightly different, like frames in an animation. When viewed from the side, the piece resembles a topographic map, the edges of each layer tracing the rise and fall of the form. But from the front, those edges disappear, blending into curves so smooth they seem impossible for stacked wood to achieve. The cutting process is where patience becomes as crucial as skill. Some artists use laser cutters, which can etch intricate patterns with inhuman precision. Others prefer the intimacy of a scroll saw, guiding the blade by hand, feeling the resistance of the wood as it parts beneath the teeth. The thickness of each layer is a deliberate choice. Too thick and the sculpture loses its fluidity, too thin and the wood may burn or split. Each slice is sanded, its edges soften just enough to blend seamlessly into the next, but not so much that the individual layers lose their definition. Assembly is a ritual of alignment and pressure. Glue is applied with a careful hand. Too much and it oozes between layers, marring the surface. Too little and gaps form, breaking the illusion of solidity. Clamps hold everything in place as the adhesive cures, each layer pressed tightly against its neighbor. Some sculptures are designed with hidden supports, dowels or internal frames, to ensure stability, especially for pieces with dramatic overhangs or delicate protrusions. Others rely solely on the strength of the adhesive bond, a testament to the trust the artist places in both material and method. Then comes the finishing, the stage where the sculpture truly comes alive. Some artists prefer oil finishes, which soak into the wood, deepening its color while preserving the texture. Others use wax, buffed to a soft sheen that invites the touch. There are those who choose epoxy resin, pouring it over the sculpture to create a glass-like surface that contrasts with the organic warmth beneath. And some leave the wood bare, allowing it to age naturally, to develop a patina from handling, from exposure to light and air. Over years, an unfinished piece will change, its colors mellowing, its surface softening as if it's still growing, still alive in some small way. But beyond technique, beyond tools and materials, what makes layered wood sculpture so captivating is the way it plays with perception. Light behaves differently here than it does on solid wood. It filters between the layers, casting shadows that shift as the viewer moves, giving the sculpture a sense of movement, of breath. A piece that looks like a solid, flowing form from one angle might reveal its intricate construction from another, the layers suddenly visible, like the pages of a book briefly fanning open. This interplay between revelation and illusion is part of the art's power. It invites closer inspection, rewards patience, changes with the light of day. Some artists use this medium to create hyper-realistic forms. Faces that emerge from the wood as if surfacing from water, animals caught mid-motion, their muscles tensed beneath layered hides. Others embrace abstraction, carving geometric patterns that seem to vibrate with optical energy, or organic shapes that evoke wind-blown sand or rolling waves. There are sculptors who incorporate other materials, metal inlays that gleam between the wood, or glass inserts that catch the light, while others let the wood speak for itself, unadorned. And then there's the question of scale. Some layered sculptures are intimate, small enough to hold in the palm, their details requiring a magnifying glass to fully appreciate. Others are monumental, towering pieces that dominate a room, their layers cut from plywood sheets as tall as a person. The largest works can take months, even years to complete, each layer a tiny step toward the final vision. But perhaps the most remarkable thing about layered wood sculpture is the way it bridges the gap between craftsmanship and artistry. It requires the precision of a cabinet maker, the patience of a jeweler, the eye of a sculptor. Yet at its heart, it's a celebration of wood itself, of the way growth rings become art, of the way something as simple as a stack of cutouts can become, in the right hands, a masterpiece of shadow and form. To stand before one of these sculptures is to witness a kind of quiet marvel. The longer you look, the more you see, the way a curve resolves into individual layers, the way light slips between them, the way the grain flows across the piece like water over stones. It's a reminder that beauty often lies in the intersection of order and chaos, of planning and spontaneity. And it's a testament to the artist's ability to listen, to the wood, to the tools, to the slow accumulation of layers that, together, become something far greater than their parts.
The kitchen.
There is something quietly profound about holding a layered wood sculpture in your hands. At first glance, it may appear as simply carved wood, smooth surfaces, intricate patterns, perhaps the suggestion of a figure or form emerging from the grain. But look closer. Run your fingers along its contours. Notice how the light catches each layer differently, revealing depths and dimensions you hadn't seen before. This is never just an object. It is a story, a physical record of decisions made, of moments preserved in the making. Every piece begins as raw, unassuming material, just wood, rough and resistant. Then the artist's hands begin their patient dialogue with the grain. There is no forcing here, no violent shaping. Instead, there is listening. The wood speaks through its texture, its density, the way it responds to the blade. The artist answers with each careful cut, each considered layer. And slowly, something remarkable happens. Through this collaboration between human intention and natural material, the ordinary becomes extraordinary. What emerges is more than craftsmanship, it's a kind of magic. Consider the journey embedded in each sculpture. The tree itself grew in rings, each one a record of years past, of storms weathered and sunlight absorbed. Now the artist adds new layers, not of growth, but of meaning. Each slice represents a choice made, a path taken. Some cuts come from certainty, others from hesitation. Some layers hide mistakes transformed into features. Together, tree and artist create something that feels at once deliberate and inevitable, as if this particular arrangement of grain and form was always waiting to be revealed. This is an art form that breathes and evolves. New artists bring fresh perspectives, experimenting with textures, combining unexpected woods, testing the limits of what can be achieved with blade and vision. Technology offers innovative tools, but the essence remains unchanged. It's still about the fundamental alchemy of layers, the quiet poetry of grain, the patient dialogue between creator and material that transforms resistance into revelation. The true wonder reveals itself in the details. Notice how light moves across the surface, making some layers glow while others recede into shadow. Trace a single grain line as it travels across slices, sometimes interrupted, sometimes flowing uninterrupted like a river finding its course. These are not accidents, but the result of countless hours and countless decisions. Each sculpture is a testament to the belief that profound beauty often lies not in grand gestures, but in the accumulation of small, precise acts, one thin slice at a time. When you encounter such a sculpture, take a moment to truly see it. Consider the hands that shaped it, the eyes that guided those hands. Think of all the moments of frustration and breakthrough, of second guesses and sudden certainties, that live in those layers. And perhaps if you look long enough you'll feel it too, that quiet thrill of witnessing something that feels impossible. Wood, so rigid by nature, made to appear fluid. Grain, so wild and unpredictable, given intention and rhythm. layers upon layers, all whispering the same truth, that even the most ordinary materials can become extraordinary when met with patience, vision, and respect. This is the enduring power of layered wood sculpture. It reminds us that transformation is always possible, not through force, but through attentive, persistent collaboration. That beauty often hides in the spaces between artist and material, between layers, between what was and what could be. And most of all, it shows us that some of the most meaningful creations come not from quick actions, but from the slow, careful accumulation of small, deliberate choices, each one as important as the next, each one bringing something new into the world, one thin slice at a time. In a world that often values speed and immediacy, these sculptures stand as quiet counterpoints. They ask us to slow down, to look closer, to appreciate not just the final form but the journey of its making. They prove that wood, one of humanity's oldest companions, still has new stories to tell, and new ways to take our breath away. All we need to do is pay attention.